Hey everyone, Face here. I just wanted to give a quick update since my last video. I have got Bumblebee here fully assembled. Didn't take me very long. It's not overly complicated. I would say the toughest part was just getting the frame started. I mean, it wasn't overly difficult. It just took, a couple of hours. Being that this and their Optimus Prime kit are their first, Takara Tomi's first forays into this kind of model kit in at least a very long time. I'm sure they've done other kits in the past, but these are the first ones I'm familiar with. There's a pretty big learning curve. Like, they're not going to have like master grade level detail or accuracy or fit or any of that, molding quality or whatever, right out of the gate. But for a first go, they've done a damn fine job. I'm very, very impressed. Posability is very, very good. The shoulder armors here are like very well jointed and very well designed to stay out of the way of the arm, which has very wide range of motion. Double jointed elbows. You can swap out the forearm with this cannon. The hips, again, likewise have very wide range of motion, and even though they do tend to pop off now and then, but even though the knee is only a single joint, it does bend back on itself quite far. The foot, wow, I was really impressed at how they handled the foot. The range of motion in the feet is staggering. I mean, you can get some pretty extreme poses just out of the feet. Not to mention these little heel spurs are also articulated, so you can get all kinds of crazy poses out. One feature that I really, really like is how they implemented Bumblebee's battle mask. Most previous attempts to render the battle mask have resulted in corners being cut for both modes. It didn't really look right in robot mode. It didn't really look right, or it didn't really look right in retracted mode. It didn't really look right in extended mode. But in this case, what they've done is there's the standard head here, and the top of the helmet actually pops off. See if I can get that off without popping the head off of its neck joint, which, there it goes. See, it actually pops right off. I don't know if you can get that very good view of that with the lighting. But this entire helmet piece is replaced with another helmet piece with the battle mask extended. And looks vastly better than any other toy version that I can ever remember having seen. There were a few minor issues. If you take a look at his back, you'll see his car door wings. These lower panels, especially this one here on his right side, the ball joint that it attaches to the armature actually snapped, and that took some doing to get fixed. I was not too happy about that. There are a few other odds and ends that have a tendency to pop off, but the entire model is made out of styrene, so it will respond well to normal solvent glues like Testors or Tamiya's brush-on glue or whatever type you use. That's one thing I do like about the fact that it is made of styrene over ABS, like Bandai typically does with their master grade kits, is that it will respond well to ordinary solvent glue. Detail and color accuracy, to my knowledge, is outstanding. This particular version of Bumblebee is based on his appearance in Dark of the Moon. Has a very slightly redesigned torso plate. I can't exactly explain how. It just looks a little more deformed. Doesn't quite look as much like a car hood as it did in the previous two movies. I mean, there's bits of it that you can recognize. Like there's the headlights there under my fingers, and there's like the lower running lights. and just the overall shape of the front end and grill you can kind of make out. But apart from that, there's not really a lot of details on the figure that really make it look like it's a robot that turns into a car, besides the obvious, colors and, stripy patterns besides the car doors on his back, and the wheels. But, that's no fault of Takara Tomy. That's just the design of the character. He does have swappable hands. It includes a pair of fists and an open set of hands, which I believe his middle knuckle is actually supposed to be yellow, so I'm kind of surprised that with all the pre-painting that was done, they didn't paint the hands. But what kind of weirds me out is the way the hands are attached. Like, they're not attached at the base of the wrist like a normal hand would be. Like, there's a panel, the forearm attaches basically right here. So the only real motion you get is up and down like that. See, if you look, you can kind of see it only really goes up and down. I mean, it does have a hinge, but it looks kind of goofy. That was a really odd design choice. But again, they're working within the limitations of the character design. And if you ask me, this is the best looking Bumblebee based on the movie character I think I've ever seen. And that's because it doesn't have to transform. So, kudos to Takara Tomy for that. I wanted to talk a little bit also about some other models that I've picked up in recent weeks. This is Kotobukiya's Rockman, aka Mega Man. I got him back in, I would say, maybe early June. I grew up with the Mega Man games. I can't decide whether, Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3 was my favorite, but I think I came the closest to beating Mega Man 3. So I guess I kind of have a soft spot for that one over 2, because 2 was just so damn hard. Oh my god, it had some great villain robots though. Like I said, the kit is designed by Kotobukiya. It's very well designed, entirely snapped together, entirely pre-colored. You can swap out the forearm cannon with a second arm with hand. He has fists, he has open hands, and I think another spare hand, and I can't remember what it was. But another interesting feature is that his face can be removed. No, that's not to give him like a soulless demon robot kind of appearance. It's actually to facilitate swapping out facial expressions. So he's got a expression here. There's one where he's got a big smile on his face, and another one where he's got a very intense kind of glare. And they look really, really good, but I prefer the kind of neutral expression one. He's got very big boots, so he's very stable, but very posable. Got lots of range of motion. Single jointed knees, again, same as Bumblebee, but they do bend back pretty far, so you can get all kinds of neat poses out of them. So yeah, definitely a recommended model. Next up, I got in the same batch of stuff I had mailed to me from HobbyLink Japan. This is Bandai's, one of their latest. This is the Gundam Deathscythe Hell Custom, as it appeared in the OVA series and movie compilation version, Endless Waltz, the redesign by Hajime Katoki. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I hope it is. It's got the great big demon bat wings and the beam scythe and spikes all over the place. Very well posable, very well jointed. The detail is great. There's basically no painting required at all. I mean, I paint the eyes as I always do, rather than use the stickers that come with the kit. But apart from that, I don't think I did any painting. Out of the box, it took me about 3 hours to assemble, and I really like it. It looks really good on my shelf. I think I still have their Master Grade Wing Zero custom somewhere kicking around, and if I were to put the two of them side by side, Deathscythe with the big demon bat wings and Wing Zero with its angel wings. It'd be a very, very interesting counterbalance between the two. And finally, for assembled kits, this is one I've been wanting to get for a long time, but took a long time to save up the dough. They're Master Grade VO, or DO, or GO, or whatever the hell you call it. But the packaging says VO, so that's what I'm calling it. I don't know why they call it that, but that's what it is. This sucker is big for a Master Grade, I swear. This is about the tallest Master Grade I've ever built. It's almost as tall as a perfect grade, and almost as well detailed, but builds up really, really easily, and is surprisingly well articulated for a robot of its size. Like the rear skirt is jointed, like it's got a swinging hip linkage to allow better posability in the legs. The knees and legs are very well jointed in and of themselves. The feet have like 4 points of articulation each. The arms likewise have 3 to 4 points of articulation each, plus all the fingers. And the sub arms, which mount from under the forward skirt armor, have articulated claw arms as well. This is a top-notch model. I got it on sale at HobbyLink Japan. That was why I was finally able to afford it. I think I paid... I think normal retail was around 12,000 yen. I paid about 8,000 for it, maybe. Which, at the current exchange rate, is somewhere around $100 to $120, I think. Plus shipping. But I got a whole bunch of stuff all shipped at once, so it kind of reduced the cost by quite a lot. But it is a top-notch kit, and such a unique design. You know, with the such an odd color and a really unique kind of profile to it. But last but not least, that was just the last of the stuff that I have managed to get built. But this came in the mail on, I would say, Friday of last week. Haven't had a chance to really get a look at him yet, but I'm really excited to get started on him. I'm going to do a proper unboxing video for it. But, you know, I kind of enjoy doing unboxing videos that have a little bit of a, you know, more than just me spewing words into the camera. You know, I kind of like to spice it up, get some footage from the films, and I actually kind of want to go see Dark of the Moon again so I can kind of remind myself of just how freaking psychopathic this Optimus Prime really is. But yeah, so I'm probably going to get started on it this week. I'm going to see if I can maybe sneak into the movie tonight. It's been out for almost a month, so it's not playing a lot of places anymore. And playing even fewer places where it's not in 3D, and I freaking hate 3D. I mean, I switched to contact lenses recently, as you may have noticed. But even with contacts, not having to have the extra pair of glasses over top of my glasses, I cannot stand 3D. I cannot justify the extra $3. But nevertheless, I would still, you know, I'm going to see if I can manage to find a theater that's still playing it in 2D and sneak in tonight and get that done. And hopefully be able to get started on this sucker tomorrow. We'll shoot an unboxing video for it at that point. But I'm very, very excited because I have seen some really glowing, very positive reviews of this kit, and I'm really excited to get them on my shelf because I'd very much like to be able to retire my my leader class figure I customized last year. Because as great as that figure was when it came out, it still had to make a lot of sacrifices because it was still a Transformer, while this is just a robot. Anyway, so that's about it for now. I don't remember if I mentioned earlier in this video that I promised in my last video I would post some pictures of my paintball gun arsenal up on my my blog, and those pictures are up now if you want to check them out. I included a little bit of a description about each of the guns, their manufacturers, some of the mods that I've made to them, such as in the case of this one, I've replaced the barrel and the foregrip, and I actually just added a laser sight to it yesterday. But yeah, so do go and check that out. Find me on Twitter. All the links are down there somewhere. Wasn't it so much easier when you could just say the links are in the sidebar? I miss those days. Damn you, YouTube. Damn you, YouTube! So yeah, do check those out. And thanks everyone for watching, and happy modeling. And for those of you who play paintball, happy paintballing.